Hey friends, welcome to episode number 58 of It'll Be Fine. I'm your friend Kelly Zemnikas and I'm rocking the retro vibe today. Got the pie plate happening. Can you see what we're making today? PB cup pie. Does that sound cute? It's a peanut butter cup pie. Guys, this is basically gonna turn into a giant Reese's Pieces pie. Oh my gosh, so excited. Super excited. And the best part, you do not need your oven today. No, you don't. You just need this guy, Mr. Fridge. Yeah, he's coming in to pinch hit. Yeah, we're going to Food Network for the recipe today, foodnetwork.com, doing our no-bake peanut butter cup pie. I'm so excited, super excited, and so glad to welcome my guest on the show today, the very funny and the very cool and the whiz in the kitchen, that is Victoria Stewart. Victoria and I actually have met. It's lovely to have someone on the show from the before times, you know? She was running a great room called The Joke Show with Cleve Jones here in Toronto, 2 locations. Hopefully that'll come back in the near future, fingers crossed. May find out on the show today from Victoria. So I'm so glad she's joining me today to make this cutie patootie PB cup pie. Cutie patootie. Rosie O'Donnell used to say that. I haven't said that in years. On today's show, by the way, we are offering some love and offering some attention to the National Restaurant Association Educational Fund. Fingers crossed I got that right, or its foundation. The NRAEF. There you go. Information on what they're doing is in the show description. Please support them if you can. With restaurants reopening, life in that aspect, you know, of society is starting to reemerge. They're supporting, they're training, they're offering scholarships. They're doing some really, really good work. So, PB Cup Pie today, episode 58. It's gonna be fine. Pie will soon be here.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okie dokie. What are you going to need for today's pie? Excellent question. This one's actually, dare I say, healthy? Dare I? Okay, here's what you need. Dates. Nuts. I am going with our good friend almond. You need some coconut oil. You will need some cocoa powder. You're going to need some coconut milk. You will need some salt. I'm going with kosher. The recipe does call for sea salt. I got so much kosher salt. That's gonna be fine. You need maple syrup, and you also need peanut butter, and yes, I keep my chocolate in the fridge because it's been so goddamn hot in Toronto. You need some chocolate, so let that come to room temperature. And that is it. That's all you need. So it's kind of healthy, right? Right?
You're in my cupboard. Can move it a bit.
You can shut me out when you don't want to talk.
I can't see the cupboard, yeah. Fuck off.
Awesome. How are you doing, first of all?
I'm getting tired. I've been working these like 10-hour days out in the sun at the karate camp.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And then today's my day to clean and do laundry and groceries.
Amazing. And is that some Prosecco I see in the background?
What?
What I see, is that like a little mimosa thing you've got going, or?
No, this is wine apple. It's white wine, pineapple juice.
Oh, fantastic.
Vitamin C and vitamin W.
I just have water, but that's good.
Well, you know, you don't have children, Kelly. You know?
I don't.
Can you help me film my video? No. I'm like, oh, thank you, son. He did get me in an extension cord. That was
nice. That is good.
That was our 4th location for the joke show.
Yeah.
And I I had done the Momics for 4 years at the Comedy Bar.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we were Friday or Saturday night. And before that, I did a show called Dirty Laundry. And then I did Cleve and I did an open mic for my friend once in Burlington at the Crab Shack after I'd moved from Burlington.
Okay.
And then I've done shows at my friend's club, the Casbah in Hamilton.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because I was out that way.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Nice. How long have you been in Toronto for?
5 years.
Okay.
Like that.
Oh, nice.
Do my kid math. Blair moved in grade 4 and he's going into grade 9. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't move here on my own because I was 8 when we came here, but my family came here in 1985. So I feel like I need to say I'm from Toronto, but I still say I'm from Montreal because I'm still latching on to my Quebec.
Yeah, that's my son. He spent I can't remember if it was 6 or 9 months in Tasmania as a baby. He's like, I'm Australian. I'm like, okay. He's visited there once for a month when he was in grade 1. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But his dad is, so I guess. It's not that. It's like you never surfed. Anyway. And he's Tasmanian, so it's not really even that Australian. It's more like New Zealand.
I've never been up that way. That would be a cool adventure to go on, but I've never been further than England, or Latvia.
Yeah, I lived there for 10 years, and my aunt and uncle are out in Perth, Western Australia. So,
Cool.
Yeah. So I've gone everywhere except to Uluru, which is Ayers Rock in the middle, and Darwin on the top end.
Right.
But I have a friend there. I could go to Darwin. Yeah.
Hopefully they will watch this when this airs.
Yeah, so
let's
I guess
get started.
Are we Cuisinarting? It's kind of loud.
It is kind of loud, but I will edit accordingly and we'll be all right. I have a comically small Cuisinart. It's super tiny.
What the fuck? Look. Yeah. 3 bowls, 1 Cuisinart.
That is awesome.
It's not as dirty as 2 girls, 1 cup, but pretty close. Have we started? I don't know.
We started, yeah. We're good.
Oh, we did? Oh.
There you go.
I'll blame it on the pineapple. Wait, is all of this on record? I haven't said anything I regret, have I? Probably.
I will not air things that were not.
Oh, yeah. No.
Don't worry. Like it never happened.
All that bitching about comics is off the record.
Exactly. We have nothing but good things to say, man.
All right. I've greased my pan.
Sweet, sweet. Me too. I've got my little pie plate behind me.
Did you grease it?
Nice little Pyrex.
Did you grease it?
I have not, but I will in 1 hot second.
Okay.
So it doesn't stick. But let's get started with what's going in. I'm going to go with almonds rather than walnuts.
I went with oatmeal too.
Sweet.
Here's some I ground earlier.
Oh, amazing. Oh, you're good. I'm going to do mine now.
It's cheaper to buy almonds whole than and grind them yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
What are we putting in?
So it's going to start with 1.5 cups of nuts, and then 1/4 cup of dates into your food processor. Just do this now.
Well, look at that.
Using our own.
Just enough nuts.
Yeah, this was all I had left. It was just perfect measurements. I was so grateful. And then we're going to take 1/4 cup of dates and add that to the food processor.
Or make hot sticky date pudding. We could have a hot sticky date.
Exactly. In this weather, for sure.
I like when recipes count how many dates. I don't like. Do I pack them hard?
I packed it hard. Yeah,
That's what she said.
2 tablespoons of coconut oil.
Oh, what about the cocoa?
Oh yeah, cocoa too. Sorry, I just skipped ahead.
So now pro tip, Kelly, because I'm a baker. You line everything up in a row so that you don't like misread. And I'm dyslexic, so I line everything up in a row.
Oh, okay, that's good to know because I fly by the seat of my pants. Okay, a quarter cup of cocoa.
Quarter.
Yeah, 1/4.
1/4.
1/4. That's what I have in here.
So the same amount of dates as cocoa.
Yes.
Now we got a hot, sticky chocolate date.
I know. Hello.
Mama, maybe it's the wine apple talking. You know, and my other rule is I don't bake in the afternoon. Bakers wake up and they bake in the morning. Nothing good comes from baking in the afternoon.
Hopefully this will change that.
Well, we're not baking. This is non-bake, so
Non-baked, yeah.
drink.
Yeah, it's okay. It's acceptable. All right. So next will be the 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. I'll add to my super tiny food processor. Super cute.
Using 100% virgin coconut oil. Do you know how that's made?
You know what? I don't.
It's made from the pressed oil of the ugly coconuts.
Really?
Yeah, because it's virgin. Same with olive oil. They use the ugly olives for the virgin olive oil. Or the slutty. I don't know. Either works.
So gullible.
Oh, Kelly.
So gullible.
Serious? That's a baker's joke. Come on. There are no clean baker's jokes. That's it. Salt. Some salt.
1/8 of a teaspoon. So a little pinch of salt.
So, and
Just a pinch.
throw the rest over your shoulder.
Exactly.
Left shoulder.
I'll leave both for tonight. All right, and then this is supposed to go into the Cuisinart.
And then you can sing, pump up the volume, dance, dance. Ready? One more time. Pump up the volume, dance, dance.
Oh my God.
And now let it go. Bought it with my TD Visa points.
Nice. I am going to have to do mine in 2 batches because my Cuisinart is so damn tiny.
Kelly, you need to treat yourself.
I do, but I also really like tiny little kitchen gadgets.
No. The bigger, the better.
That's true.
Cook once, eat thrice. If I was doing this, I would totally double this recipe because, like, I have got a 6'1", 14-year-old living with me. So this is like, so, you know, if I want to get any, I would have had, this is a lot of crust, but I guess they're being generous, so you press it.
I guess so. Okay, just give me a second. I will catch up to you.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. You're not professional. All right. I did my training over in Australia. So for any Australians, I have my TAFE, Tasmania, Drysdale.
Yeah.
Baking certificate 3. That's my baking trade certificate. So I'm a tradesman.
Yeah.
I can enter by the tradesman store.
Gosh. All right. Let me just get this.
La, 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 la.
What was the first thing you ever baked? What was the first thing you learned how to make?
I had an easy bake muffin or oven.
Okay.
But our family, we're like pie women, so like probably pies, fruit pies, pumpkin pies, which is just a disgusting thing to feed a child. I never tortured my son with that. Thanksgiving is just full of things that you'll like when you're 40.
Yeah.
Do you like mashed? No? Okay, well, it's not the holiday for you. There's also pumpkin in the pies. Ugh. I used to love rice pudding. That was my favorite dessert. But I learned to cook because my mother, she never bought cookies. So,
Really?
My brother was hyper, so.
Okay.
And it was the 70s, so she even went through a carob phase. You know, the not chocolate carob?
Oh, I've had carob. I had wicked allergies as a teenager, and they took me off a lot of things to figure out what was what. And I was told, you can have carob.
Yes, the wonderful thing, I had a bit of digestive trouble in my 30s.
Okay.
And one of the things I reacted to was carob, and I'm like, oh, darn, no more carob.
Shucks darn.
Root. Oh darn, no more chicory root.
Get this into my pie shop.
That's like all of the 70s crunchy granola moms replacement coffee, chicory root.
Yes.
Replacement. It's not. It's not coffee and it's not chocolate. I'd rather go without. The best blog title I've ever read was called Living Without. And I'm like, that's just so, I don't know, defeatist. Living without. It's like,
that sounds like a movie of the week.
You can't flour.
Living Without sounds like a movie of the week.
Yeah.
She was living without.
Living without. Tori Spelling. My favorite movie of the week is Tori Spelling, Teenage Call Girl. I know, I used to hang on them. I used to come home after school. Or the other one I used to really hang off of for like real life advice was if they had a very special episode of Family Ties and it had like a moral of the story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, whenever you'd have those like very special episodes, like that was the thing.
Yeah, you were like, oh, we're going to learn. Here, let me take note.
All right, I got my base ready, looking all good. And we're going to work on the filling next. Yours looks amazing. Okay, so back to the tiny Cuisinart. Put that on there. Okay, so filling is next. I love how my hands are all chocolatey and messy. Super. Okay, so for the next part, we are going to need 1.5 cups of peanut butter.
I'm using natural.
Nice.
I'm a mean mom. Do you know how much icing sugar is in peanut butter and hydrogenated oil? It's just horrible.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
I tried making my own, but
yeah. I have like a big bag of peanuts here in the house, and I keep thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna make my own natural peanut butter. I still buy natural peanut butter. I don't.
You can make peanut brittle. I used to love peanut brittle until my boyfriend wanted to get amorous, and I went downtown, and I guess I still had some peanut brittle in my mouth. It didn't add to it. Few complaints. A cup and a half a day?
Oh my God, that is very funny. Oh
Yeah.
man. Okay. After our peanut butter, we are going to go for 1.5 cups of full-fat coconut milk.
Why do they put that kind of stuff? Is there low-fat coconut? Oh, coconut milk. Oh, full cream, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prepared that. I like to use the Arroyo D because it separates in the fridge, and then you just get the fat and you leave the milk behind.
Perfect.
It makes it set nice and hard.
Yeah. Wash my hands.
Cup and a half. I pre-measured.
Oh, perfect. And then, so yeah, 1.5 cups of coconut milk, and then 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Right here.
Tasty Teresa.
Yeah. Do love maple syrup. I like it in coffee now and then.
Oh, I put in my iced coffees.
Really good.
So a quarter?
Yeah, 1/4 cup.
Ah, I like this recipe. So far, we've only dirtied. Well, I reused my cup to measure 1/2 cup.
Exactly. Yeah. Not too bad at all.
I like to save on dishes.
Me too.
And
I always find whenever I use a recipe that's for like one pot, I end up using so many little dishes for prep. It's never one pot. Yeah, maybe it's just me.
Yeah. Well, I remember my aunt told me you run a kitchen sink filled with soapy water, and then it becomes like your swamp. You just throw stuff in, you can wash stuff.
That's true. Yeah.
Run your swamp. And how much sea salt?
Sea salt, we need a 1/4 teaspoon.
Oh, a quarter. We're getting liberal. There we go. Good. I'm going to add a splash of vanilla.
Ooh. I will follow your lead.
And here's a secret from my great grandma Stewart. You put a little behind your ears. Drives the men wild.
I do that all the time. I heard Sarah Michelle Gellar say that in an interview.
They're like, oh, you smell like cookies.
Yep.
That's right.
It's so true. I live
Sure.
alone, but I'll do this anyway.
Well,
This mixed up.
there's no cocoa in this?
The coconut milk.
I'm going to put some cocoa in because I'd like to do double chocolate.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, in the recipe, they don't require you to put the cocoa in anything but the crust and then the melted chocolate that will go on top.
Well, more chocolate is better. 2 tablespoons I'm throwing in for anybody. Double chocolate. Who is allergic to nuts.
Yeah.
And when I grew up with him, I thought, that's pretty dangerous for a guy. Like, you could just have, like, a really crazy chick just be like, here, I made you these. Be like, they totally don't have any hazelnut.
No, it was a lot to deal with for sure.
Yeah.
That would have been a good after school special.
Hazelnut.
Call
You know
it
what?
hazelnut.
You know what? All this stuff about, cops killing people and how can they do their job without killing people. And I'm like, and I kind of feel like the cops could be a little bit more like, yes, let's get behind stopping this. And yeah, because, as a baker or even a comedian, but specifically as a baker, if one baker was like just randomly killing people, like they have a wedding cake order and they killed a bunch of people, I'd be like, okay, let's get on this, and like we don't want to ruin our reputation. People have to feel safe, right?
I agree. I absolutely agree. It's really interesting how well
I'm not allowed to kill people like in my other job as a take care of children. Well, that kid was just wasn't listening.
Exactly, but they take these liberties that they should not be taking. And I don't get it.
I know it's a hard job, but you can't be judge, jury, and executioner.
Which is why they shouldn't be doing half of the stuff that they have to go out on calls to be doing.
Yeah. I mean, mental health nurses, they yeah, I get it. But they should be like, the London police where they're just maybe unarmed, or it's definitely worse in the States. I definitely feel, but maybe not.
Yeah.
That's probably,
I
probably
think,
the Apple talking. This isn't funny.
how's your pie looking? I've got like a lower crust, but that's cool. It'll still be delicious. That's mine there. So this guy is now.
It's already on set. If you were just really hungry, you could just eat it with a spoon. You know what? If you can't wait, just serve it up into some little bowls, and that's also what you can do with just about every failure. Enough whipped cream on top in a bowl, and
We're gonna stick this in the freezer for, what do you say, about 30 minutes?
Oh, we're not going to garnish it?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, that comes after.
Yeah, but what, you can drizzle it. All right, you want to do post-freeze?
We will post-freeze. We will drizzle our chocolate post-freeze. So 30 minutes in the freezer. The recipe does call for about an hour and a half in the fridge. Freezer's faster. Do you microwave your chocolate? Because I do. I feel very comfortable doing that.
It's our dirty little secret.
I don't.
If I was melting chocolate for a drizzle, I don't care.
Yeah.
But if I did it for something more specific, I would get my double boiler.
Okay.
Properly.
That's
over a bakery, an inch of water in the bottom pot and all that, and on low.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is it's not couverture. I'm using dark chocolate. You know what? The No Frills dark chocolate's quite good, and it's only $1.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, the milk chocolate's good too.
Yeah, I picked up I got a good deal on some baker's chocolate, so I've got that. And I've been obsessed with the past few months with caramel chippets.
Really?
I really have. I do not know why.
No, that's candy.
I know. So I'm putting it together.
I'm just barrel cutting a kiwi.
Oh, lovely. I don't know when I last had a kiwi.
Yeah, they're the only fruit that looks like a testicle but tastes sweet. A durian. It's just a little bit of white wine, and the rest juice.
Mm.
It's like the sugar in the juice is just like rocket fuel for the wine.
Oh, perfect.
It's like when you used to go to birthday parties and you were a kid and you get like sugar high. It's like that.
Yeah.
Or when you first start drinking and everything's fruity. I went back to that in the pandemic. I'm like, go back to my, yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to make a drink over in Australia, and it was basically like either wine or vodka and passion fruit. And it was a fruit tingle. That was the name of the drink.
Oh, that's great. That sounds really good.
Fruit tingle.
A fruit tingle. Mm. That's healthy.
Sex on the beach, but a little bit more naive.
Fair enough. All right. Shall we microwave or melt or however we're doing this?
Oh, you didn't put your coconut oil in yours.
I did not put coconut oil in mine. The recipe did call for it. Are you putting yours in?
Yeah, because when you put coconut oil in chocolate, you make that ice magic. It's a natural ice magic, and it makes a hard crack if you pour it on something from the freezer. You can also put like cool, if you wanted to do like drizzle on a balloon and then put it in the freezer, and then you have a cage over your dessert if you're doing like super fancy.
Oh, that's how they do that.
Desserts, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, it's 2 tablespoons of coconut oil for those watching at home.
Just put it, yeah, it's like a splash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way healthier probably than that ice magic.
I would assume so. All right. Done
But,
and done.
yeah, it's the chocolate crackle when you pour it. Already. Just
Looking pretty.
get my
Let's get our pie. Okay.
oh, here's one I prepared earlier. This should be called the Why Are We Still Single podcast.
Why are we still single? That's a damn good question.
Because you know what? Girls who bake, they can fuck.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on record for saying that because of the 2 girls that I have had relations with, they've both been good bakers. And I only share recipes with girls I have had sex with. Or men. But I never give them full instructions because I want to be better at them. Let's drizzle it just a little bit.
I feel like that should be like crocheted on a pillow.
Yeah. Bake can fuck good too.
Nice. Now, are you going to put it back in the freezer for a second?
Are we? Sure.
You can if
You
you
can
want.
have coconut oil, so yours is going to take longer to crackle. See, mine's already crackling because it's so cold.
I did put in the coconut oil actually, so.
I'd say we just eat it.
Okay.
All right. I have a handy dandy pie cutter lifter from my failed marriage.
That was your parting gift?
Yeah, you know, the wedding gift.
Yeah.
So stupid. We had like crystal and nothing to sit on. I was like, well, this was. Use my fingers.
I just want to give a shot of what this looks like here. It's so delish. Lovely. Lovely mess.
That's good because it's still cuttable. Like it hasn't set firm after half an hour.
Yeah.
So that's good because you don't want recipes that are like set for 3 hours or let's stay. Nobody got time for that.
My lifter is a shoe. So adorable.
What is it?
It's a shoe.
Shoe? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get this out. Ooh, give it a nice little. Oh, this looks pretty. Put a little slice there. Oh, I'm super excited to try this.
Came out clean. Alrighty.
Okay, well, cheers. Or pie cheers. Oh, so lovely. Okay.
I'm gonna have the double chocolate one.
Oh, it's nice and You're right about the crackling. That's crazy.
Mm. Good.
Mm, mm, mm. Oh, that's so good. Mm,
And healthy. You don't even miss the gluten
exactly.
or the sugar.
Oh man, this is delish. The crust is awesome.
And so much fiber.
Hmm.
We'll be pooping proud of the rim tomorrow.
Oh man, this is good. Mm.
You know what? You don't even need a plate. Just 2 forks.
Yeah, you just need a fork and this guy, and just go to. Oh my, I like this.
I'm gonna have some of the kiwi just to cut the peanut butter.
Hmm. This would be a good milkshake.
Wow, that would be definite.
Stick this in a blender with some like oat beverage or whatever.
Ugh, oat milk. So many milks. I like coconut milk and almond milk, cashew milk. I guess once you get into the macadamia nut milk, I'm like, you're just rich. You have too much money. It's the cocaine. It's the cocaine of nut milks, macadamia. I'm like, no.
For a brief time, the Loblaws near me here in Midtown sold flaxseed milk.
Mm.
I think I was the only person buying it though.
Oh, really? Was it good?
It was delicious, but it was maybe there for a month or two, and then they never restocked it.
It sounds very, I don't know. I don't know if that would.
It was a bit bougie.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.